guys, welcome back to another layout update. What you just saw there was the very first run of a train to the Canandaigua side of the peninsula. We passed right through Clifton Springs where the station was, and now we're sitting in Canandaigua proper itself. So as you can see, the track work for the main line is now 100% done. We're really happy to have that done. There is just a little bit of industry sidings that still needs to be installed, and I'll probably get that done over the course of the next few days. But I just wanted to give you guys an update as to where we stand now. So hold on, and we'll take a look at the rest of everything that's new. All right, so here's a quick look at what we are dealing with in Canandaigua itself. As you can see, most of the track work is down now. We're just waiting on a little bit more track work to be done here at the Pactive Corporation, which is the end of track for Canandaigua. We're going to just have a second storage track, and then this will kind of be a storage track, and it'll also just be more than likely left empty, just so that there's actually enough headroom to pull cars out of the runaround siding that's here. This runaround siding is made for 12 cars, and I just wanted to be able to make sure that I could actually pull not just the locomotives through that siding, but also had a little bit of headroom in order to move cars from one side of the siding to the other. We've also got Canandaigua wine right here. This is just a little stub end track that's going to take a couple of corn syrup tankers right there, and then as we move out this way, you'll see Bell, and you'll see the end of the siding. And then right here is where we're going to have kind of the end of the city of Canandaigua, and then we'll transition from there into a little bit more of a rural area, and then into the town of Clifton Springs, which I must correct myself. I actually said that this was going to be a different DeLong originally, but this will be the Clifton Springs DeLong here at this siding. I just got to build out a little bit more of the bench work in order to put the industry siding itself in, but the switch is in. And then at the Great Batavia Train Show yesterday, actually, October 15th, I picked up this station that was already assembled. It actually ended up buying it from a fellow GSME club member. It actually was a stand-in on his layout for a station in Leroy, New York, and now it'll be a good stand-in for me for Clifton Springs. It's pretty close to the station that's in Clifton Springs, but eventually I do plan on dabbling in scratch building, but that's probably a really long way down the road. So for right now, that'll stand in for Clifton Springs, and it'll probably stand in for a good long while. As we move back towards Geneva here, this is also the Phelps Supply siding here. We kind of briefly went over in the last layout update how things were going to be laid out. And now, as you'll see, as we move towards Geneva, we've actually got all of the track down. So we'll start here in Phelps, at Phelps Supply. This will be a GC2, so the Canandaigua run will serve Phelps Supply for the most part. However, there are times where the Geneva yard job might come out and serve this, but we'll see about that. And then as we're moving back towards this side of the layout, this is, I'm kind of calling this myself the Geneva Industrial Complex, just because it's kind of easier to work with. But this is one of the busier switching locations on the layout, and this will be handled by the Geneva yard job, GY1. There's two yard jobs out of Geneva, GY1 and GY2. Technically, both handle it in real life, but just for my purposes, it'll probably just be GY1, just because it'll be easier for paperwork. But as you can see here, we've got the DeLong siding in, we've got the Seneca Foods siding in, and we've got the OBE team track in, which is where these center beams are. So the whole track work here is also now in. I've actually run the Geneva yard job a couple of times to try to test things out. So far, things are going well. I've even got the throws in as well, and I'm just kind of testing everything, making sure the kinks are worked out, and so far it's going pretty well. So that's the big part of the update. I do have one other thing to show you here, so just stay tuned. All right, so I misspoke. I do have a couple other things to show you. First thing is Bronco. Say hi, Bronco. No? Okay. Well, so I did pick up a couple other things at the show here. The first is this Craftsman kit. It's the H.O. Woodard station. And this will be a really good stand-in for the station that's going to be along Cayuga Lake on the causeway. It's a Craftsman kit. I've never built one before, so it should be quite an interesting build when I get around to it. It's probably going to be a little while. It'll probably sit in this box for quite some time before I'm ready to really start doing scenery on that side of the layout, but happy to have it nonetheless. It is kind of it's not a super hard to find kit, but I got a good deal on it. And then behind that, we also picked up 2 more Exact Rail Thrall gondolas. I got a great deal on these for $25 a piece. I know they go for quite a bit of money online, so I'm pretty happy with the price I got for them. This SP scheme is actually one we got a SP one in this scheme on the Finger Lakes a couple of years ago, so I was really happy to be able to pick that up. And then the CSX white scheme, we get these not super common, but we get them on a reoccurring basis. So those will go right into the rebar service in and out of Auburn Yard as soon as that's built. But while we're here in Penyan, this is actually where the other part of the progress was made here. You'll notice here is the part of the backdrop that existed prior to this past week. And then as I pan this way, you'll see that the backdrop has been expanded further. So we now have the full backdrop up here in Penyan. And I'm really happy with the way this turned out. It looks phenomenal. This is basically exactly what I had envisioned when I said I was going to do photo backdrops to begin with. We've got Cayuga Lake right in the backdrop there. That's technically the third lake that's on my Finger Lakes railway layout. So I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. We've got a little bit more scenery done here. Working on a little bit here still. We've got just a little bit more ballast done on the other side of the road, and then we'll have a couple of residences here once I've got the static grass and everything touched up. As you can see, there's a little bit of glue marks showing through there, so we'll make sure that gets taken care of before we call the scenery done over here. But that's about it for the layout update today, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Be sure, if you're new here and you enjoyed what you saw, that you subscribe and like the video, and let me know what you think in the comments. But thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.